So I'm gonna go to Mesilla, New Mexico again. Last week when I went to Mesilla, my Osmo 360, by the way, I have two new cameras, two new DJI cameras, the Action 5 Pro and the Osmo 360. But the 360, the lens got hit by a bug. And so when I was in Mesilla, all I got was a bunch of blood and bug parts on the screen. It ruined the video in Mesilla. So I'm gonna try again, and I'll stop once in a while to check the screen to make sure that it's clear. Today I have it mounted on my motorcycle handlebars instead of over here on my engine guard. Let's see what that looks like. I'm not really in the mood for a motorcycle ride today, but I want to try out the cameras, see how they do. Maybe once I get on the road, I'll feel better. I'm thinking, after having bought the Osmo 360, I should have waited. And I should have bought instead the Insta360 is it 5X or X5 camera? And the only reason I say that is because the 360 has replaceable lenses. So if you crack or damage one of the lenses, you can replace it at home. You can't do that with the Osmo 360. What I like about these two cameras, these two DJI cameras, is that I can record using a wireless mic on both of them. As a matter of fact, I have two microphones currently in this helmet, and both cameras record off these microphones. Also, I have voice activation turned on. So with both of these cameras connected to individual mics and with voice activation turned on, I can control these cameras with my voice. I'm not going to say the word because they'll react to it, but I can START a recording, and I can STOP a recording using the microphones. One of the things I like, or maybe a couple of things I like about the Osmo 360 camera, one is that it's compact, and two, it uses wireless microphones. I don't have to worry about having the doors open on the cameras like I did with GoPros. And that keeps them protected from the environment. And with the wireless microphones, and I have voice activation turned on, I can control a couple of things that the cameras do just with voice recognition or with voice activation. I can have the cameras, don't say it or it'll do it, STOP or START the recordings. I can also have it, watch it do it when I say it, take a picture. It just took one. And I can have it TURNOFF the camera. So I like those. For the Osmo 360 camera, if you're thinking about buying one, you might want to wait. I'm thinking maybe I should have waited on buying it. And here are some of my reasons why. First of all, and on top of the list, the lenses are not replaceable. If you crack one of the lenses, you have to mail it in to DJI to have it repaired. Now you're out of camera for a while. As opposed to, let's say, the Insta360, I think it's an X5. You can replace those lenses if they get damaged at home. They have a kit you can use to replace the lenses. Second is the compactness. Although I like that the camera is compact, that means the screen is smaller, and so manipulating or maneuvering the menu on the screen is a little more difficult than, say, like the Insta360 that has a larger screen. And I'm thinking maybe those, if they would fix those two issues, then I'd be happy with this camera. Well, after riding for a couple of miles on a Saturday, the traffic here They don't want to go under 80 miles an hour. This is driving me nuts. Oh, and after driving a couple of miles, I realized putting the camera right here on my handlebars probably was not a good idea. It blocks my view a little bit, and this bar is blocking the speedometer. So maybe that's not a good place for it to be. Okay, I'm going to try it right there. It's on the engine guard, but let's see what that looks like on film. There's the placita. Let's see what happens. This is what I'm talking about. Some of the trees overlap the road. Looks nice. That's it for the trees. Time to go home now. Whew, home sweet home. So in summary, let's see. Osmo 360 is a good camera, but you can't change the lenses on it. If they crack, you have to send it in. Better to have the Insta360 that allows for lenses to change. It's compact, which is nice, but compact makes the screen smaller, so it's harder to maneuver the menus on that screen, not like the Insta360 5X. That's got a larger screen. Putting protectors on the lenses is no bueno, no good, because they cause glare. They cause other kinds of light artifacts to get on your video. And something as simple as the cover that goes over the lenses, that rubbery thing, when you pull it off, it mars the lens protectors. They're not worth buying. What else? If you're going to buy one of these Osmo 360s, wait until DJI makes some changes, updates them. Maybe they'll put some changeable lenses on them like the Insta360 has. If I had to do it all over again, I probably would have bought the Insta360, just for the fact that I like that the lenses can change out. Also, I found out with the Insta360, I can do voice commands through the wireless microphone, their wireless microphone, to control the camera. So I probably should have gone Insta360. Maybe my next purchase will be an Insta360. Anyway, I'm home. Let's see if I can get the camera to shut down. Stop recording.